friends, welcome back. So today we're going to be working on making some homemade vanilla. So the recipes, most of the recipes out there say that you need 5 vanilla beans per 1 cup of vanilla. I have 10 vanilla beans here and I have 2 types of alcohol. So this is going to be vodka and then we have some spiced rum. You need at least 70 to 80 proof alcohol in order to make this recipe. Which you can get, you don't have to get the most expensive, you can get some pretty inexpensive ones. Usually middle line is going to be your best bet. It's going to have a good round flavor without it being tasting off, so keep that in mind. But we're also going to be like cooking with this, so it's not like we're consuming it by itself, so also keep that in mind. So what we're going to start off here is I have these bottles here that have the spring top lids. These are going to work really well. Obviously I have way more spiced rum than I have vodka, but that is okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up for the most part, and I'm going to put 10 per these bottles. I have 2 bottles here, so I'm going to put 10 vanilla beans in each bottle, and then I'm going to into whatever liquid that is filled here. Now I will probably have more than 2 cups of alcohol in this, but I may also end up going back and adding more vanilla beans as it goes on. So this is going to be more like a perpetual vanilla extract than just your standard recipe. And I also plan on letting it set for about 6 months versus at least 2 months. You need at least 2 months to let it set and for the flavor to be extracted from the vanilla bean. But like I said, I'm making these probably for holiday presents this coming winter versus something I'm going to start using in the next couple months. So I am going to go ahead and pour this up into here. We're going to see if I can make this without making a huge mess. I wish I had a little funnel. I could probably just leave this one in this bottle, but so that's going to be perfect. The other reason I wanted to pour it up in this, because this is a different shaped bottle than this one. So now I know how much spiced rum to pour up in here to make this up. So again, 5 vanilla beans to approximately 1 cup of alcohol. This is probably going to be close to 2 cups, maybe closer to 3, but that's okay. So we're going to get these opened. So on your vanilla beans, what you're going to want to do, when you take your vanilla beans out here, you're going to want to slice them open. You can either slice them in half or slice them down the middle. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to slice these down the middle. You want to open the seed pods up so that the inside is more visible. So it's the seeds inside the vanilla pod that you're wanting to be exposed. And then we're just going to put them in the alcohol. If you're making this in smaller bottles, then you could cut your pods up into smaller pieces with scissors. I want to leave them whole because it will make it easier to continue the perpetual vanilla process versus individual bottles. But if you wanted to, you could do the individual bottles and use that as a gift. I plan on pouring these up into smaller bottles come the holiday season. Okay. There's all those vanilla beans, so we're just going to feed these into this bottle. we go. There's one down. Now we just got one to go. Is just about the same, so we're going to stop there. So obviously this bottle had about twice what this one had in it, so that's another reason I wanted to have them in the same size bottles. Another thing, I do have a marked on the bottom what type of alcohol is in this, so for future reference I will know, because once these vanilla beans start to release their essence, then it's going to start changing the color of the liquid. So these are going to be your pretty standard ones. Now you do have something else. There's another type of vanilla you can make, which is Mexican vanilla. And with Mexican vanilla, they usually have a little bit, they usually have cinnamon, an essence of cinnamon also in it. So you could definitely do multiple different types of vanilla here. And then there's also Tahitian vanilla. So you have Madagascar and Tahitian vanilla. And you can always play around with the different vanilla beans and find one that you like better. You could also do a faster vanilla process where you would actually heat the alcohol before you put it in here, and then add your vanilla beans and bring it to a simmer for a few minutes, and then you could let it cool and bottle it that way with the vanilla beans, and that will speed up the process. This is going to take a bit more time. The other would make it a little bit faster, but I'm excited to give these a try when they're ready. So we'll have to keep an eye on these and keep checking on them as we go forward. Alright friends, so the last thing we're going to do is we're going to store these someplace that is easily accessible, that is a cool and dark environment, and then we're going to come through once a day to like once a week and shake these up so that the fluid is moving around in there and mixing with the vanilla beans. So best place for me to put these is going to be in my pantry cabinet right here. I have a bunch of other seasonings and stuff in here, but let's see if we can make some space. We're going to set these right here, and then we get to check on them every few days. Super excited. got that vanilla stuff put away, we're going to get started on dinner. Tonight we're just going to have a sausage and Brussels sprout bake. It's going to be in the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my oven to 350. I'm going to line my baking sheet with some aluminum foil. Okay. And then we've got our sausages here. Now these are the Members Mark beef franks. These are like the super big ones. These aren't the standard hot dog size. These are more like a sausage size. We really like them. They have a good flavor. It's one of the few like processed meats that we actually buy. So we're gonna cut these into slices, probably at an angle. So that there's a little bit more surface area to them. We usually get these instead of like the kielbasa because we like the flavor of these better. I am doing a full package of these, so this is going to be 12 sausages. This is going to last us probably a couple days, especially like towards as we get closer to the higher temps, like 100 plus, which we've already hit at least 190-degree day already for May. I will do my best not to do as much cooking, and when I do cook and I do heat my house up, I will make it worth it. So I will cook a couple of days worth of meals. Those are so good. Our house isn't very well insulated, and so it doesn't stay cool very well, especially in the summertime. And our AC just seems to work overtime. It just keeps running and running. So we do our best not to have to use our cook inside the house if we don't have to. We try to do a lot of grilling if we can. But we haven't got our propane looked at or our grill looked at or cleaned for prepped for the summer yet. All right, and then we've got some Brussels sprouts here. They're still kind of frozen, which is fine. We're gonna cut these in half. These are pretty big. Now you could do this with chicken or with fish if you wanted to. You could also throw some bacon on here if you'd like. You can do green beans, broccoli, cauliflower, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes. Pretty much any veggie you'd want or like, or whatever your family likes to eat. There's our Brussels sprouts. So we do eat veggies on occasion, but we try and stick with green veggies. Okay. If I was doing chicken, I would probably drizzle this with some avocado oil, but since this is these sausages, there's going to be plenty of fat in them, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not really going to add any salt to this because the sausage is going to be pretty salty on its own. I am going to add some pepper, some black pepper here. We're going to add some garlic powder. Some onion powder. I think we're going to do some paprika. I'm going to add some red pepper flakes to this to give it a little bit of heat. Yeah, I think that's all we're going to do. I am going to kind of give this a toss with my fingers here. If I was doing chicken, I would probably do some lemon and pepper seasoning instead. But I think this is going to be really, really good and yummy, and it'll get us through for a couple of days. Alrighty. So our oven is almost up to temp. I'm just putting this in at 350 degrees, and it'll probably run for about 20 to 30-ish minutes until everything is heated thoroughly and is ready to eat. Alright friends, so I've already taken it out and kind of stirred it around a little bit, so let's see what it looks like now. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Alright. So, get a couple bowls down here. And we're just going to put some of these in here. I'm actually going to put some cheddar cheese on top of mine. What are you doing? I'm recording.
Oh, sorry.
Come here. Try this. Brussels sprouts and sausage.
Okay. Good.
You like the seasonings?
Yes.
I do some. I like it better with the cheese on it. Use some garlic and onion powder. Some pepper. And then I actually did end up adding a little bit of the lemon pepper seasoning to it to give it a little brightness.
It's good.
All right, friends, so that's going to be it for today. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.